Okay, guys, I'll try and wrap this up anyway, because it's gone on for way longer than I planned. But I mean, essentially in life, like I said, magic, life, emotions, imagination, information, feelings. In life, we tend to be passive victims to our emotions and our imaginations based on the situation we find ourselves in. With magic, what we're trying to do is master our imagination and our emotions for knowledge and for real world results and essentially for a deeper understanding into the mysteries of life itself. And that's the thing. Because magic and life are the same thing, the more you understand about magic, the more you will understand about life. And like I said, with high magic, that's quite obvious. But even with low magic, and the way that, you know, it actually will work for you, and the funny ways that magic work, will teach you, um, will always teach you, and they'll always build that faith. So what do we got? Magical frames of mind. So everyone's quite aware of the tarot. Um, what card comes before the magician? It's the fool. It's the card of new beginnings, of curiosity, of inquisitiveness, of taking a leap of faith, of taking that step off while looking into the sky and ignoring that little yappy yappy dog of life, of doubts, of disbelief. That's what magic's. That's the journey to become the magician. And that is why the fool comes before the magician. And that, aside from just a faith that it works, that curiosity, that fool mindset, is what you're looking for. Um, Obviously, as a beginner, you're gonna doubt your abilities, and things aren't gonna work the first few times. Well, they probably actually. Who knows? They won't all work, and a lot of those failures will come at the beginning. Um, so to have the mindset that it has happened, it has worked, can be a hard one to hold, to get in the first place, and to maintain, especially without doubts creeping in. So short of that, um, if you can't totally gather the minds, sorry, what am I trying to say? If you can't completely trust in your abilities, the next best thing is to not care if it doesn't work. So you kind of got to know that it has worked, but not care if it doesn't. And strange juxtaposition between the two. I'm sure there must be a word for it. That's what I was getting into, the limitations of language earlier on. Now we'll see if we can wrap it up here. But yeah, I mean, like I said, sort of life is magic, magic is life. The more you learn about it, the more you won't actually actively even have to use it. Synchronicities will fall into place, you'll be shown things, you'll be led places. And a lot of the rituals you'll just end up doing will be in gratitude to the earth and to your abilities or whatever else. Your charisma will obviously grow as that energy within you builds, and as you learn to manipulate it. Um, and let's see what I. Sorry, guys, just reading these notes. But you begin to see now why the road of magic can be a very hard one and can even be a dangerous one, because if you don't have that mental fortitude to go down those levels and to kind of unwrap this reality that you feel so safe in, it's not something that's for everybody. Not everyone is born ready to know these things. But um, but you can see why sort of a lot of the high magic paths are so formal and they take so long. As a pagan, my path and the path of many other pagans tends to be a lot more organic. Obviously, there's no rules. Doesn't make it any less significant or hard. In fact, the road of self-discovery can often be the most rewarding one, because once you kind of reach a level, your high, whatever it is, your higher self, your daemon, you'll get in closer to that. And yeah, that will actually guide you to the things that you need to know. I mean, there's a million books that people will tell you, you got to read this, you should read this. Read what you're attracted to. Read what is, what you feel like you want to read, what, suddenly appears on a bookshelf in the secondhand shop. What you're guided to. Obviously, that's the way to do it. Now, I'm going to end this with a couple of magical things that I think are significant. They're kind of objects or symbols, or whatever you'd call them, that hold a particular magical property that I'm not sure about, but I know is significant and I would love to know more about. So, the very first thing on that list is money. So you could say money is almost the opposite of, some people might even think of it as the opposite of magic, depending on how they frame magic. Such a materialistic thing. But I mean, if you really think about it, money is the ultimate sigil. It's the ultimate symbol. People pour so much worth into this piece of paper, and they'll work their whole lives for it. There's strong power in money. It's one of those things and I think because of that, it's quite a hard thing to manifest. Not for everybody, mind you. Some people don't seem to have any problems. Actively trying to manifest it on a conscious level doesn't seem to work for many people. You'll have one-off situations, but kind of, yeah, it can be a tricky one. And you look at a lot of the most powerful magicians and occultists through time, most of them died dirt poor. It's almost the sacrifice. I think maybe because it is such an opposite thing, from what many people think of magic, like it's such a material world thing. In order to kind of possess on that level, you've got to kind of give up this level, the money, the materialistic level. So that could be something to do with it. I'm not sure. Sorry, a bit of hay fever. It seems to be a very effective thing in breaking your contact, or with something. And I'm not saying that well. What am I trying to say? So, if you sell somebody, if you were to give somebody a knife and they stab someone with it, you'd feel like shit. If you sold that same person a knife, you probably wouldn't care. They bought it, they did their thing. How was I to know? You wouldn't care. People can pay other people to curse others, and it seems to distance themselves a lot from that. It's a good separator on some energetic level that I don't quite understand. And it is also fantastic. Uh, it it'll reveal the truth on many levels. That's what I'm trying to say. Follow the money is an obvious one. If you're trying to work out a situation, sort of political, whatever, follow the money usually is the best predictor. And even on a personal level, or when you're talking to someone else, it can be a great way of figuring out how much conviction you hold in a particular topic, or having an opinion or something like that. I mean, people get carried away in their own opinions. Make a bet. How much money do you bet that what you're arguing about would happen? $10, $100, $1,000, your life savings. Put a money on if you find yourself believing something to be true, or to maybe something's going to happen. Ask yourself, if I could bet on that, how much money would I bet on that? And if it's not your whole life savings or a significant amount, ask yourself why. You got to examine those reasons, so it can shine the light of truth on various subjects in a number of ways. Alright, the next magical thing that holds some amazing magical properties, and I'd love to know more about on an energetic, metaphysical level: water. On a scientific, molecular level, it has some amazing, unique properties, and they're the sorts of properties that allow life, at least as we know it, to survive. It's often ley lines, magical places, underground wells, often associated with water. There's a lot to be said about water when you look in Eastern philosophy, like the Feng Shui, which I won't go into here. It seems to hold energy, it remembers energy, it absorbs it in some ways, but then, unlike quartz, it kind of releases it as well in a various way. So water is an absolutely fascinating subject, fascinating on a magical level. Now, last of all, and yep, that's the last page. Something that has some strange, esoteric, magical properties. I haven't worked them out at all. Laughter, a sense of humor. Nothing is more powerful than laughing at the things that are trying to scare you. Nothing will piss you off more than somebody laughing at you, or make you feel worse than everybody laughing at you. It can bring so much positive energy, but it can cause so much horrible energy if it's misdirected. And it's a unique thing. I think some higher animals, like greater apes, they've got a sense of humor too. But it's one of those things, there's absolutely no obvious evolutionary purpose for laughter. Everything else, happiness, contentment, blah, 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 fear, you can see a clear biological reason for that to exist. Laughter, you know, you see these behavioral scientists guess at various things. Community, you know, it's an important thing, but it's all bullshit. It's all speculation, and I'm fairly convinced it's been given to us as higher beings in some form or another for some reason to do with magic and energy, and I've got no idea what it is. So if you guys have got any thoughts, feel free to put them in your comments below. Really sorry about the length of this video, but let's see. Oh, that's long. But yeah, it's quite a topic, and there's so much I haven't covered, and so much I could go into much further. But hopefully that's a lot of food for thought for you guys. It's the way I kind of approach things, and there'll be aspects of it that may help how you approach things. I'm gonna try and do a few more videos, not take so long between them at least, but who knows how that's gonna work out. But anyway, love you all the best. Till next time, guys.